Okay guys, check this out. Here we have the Evo RS. What this is a remote start for, this one specifically is for a Patriot. I have a 2009 Patriot for my wife. That's it right there. Anyways, this is a remote start plugged into the factory system. You use your original factory key fob. By pushing the lock button 3 times, it will make the rig start. Here's the diagram on installing it, and I have some other printed instructions. Anyways, you can see there's really not much to it here. So I'll try my best to show how this works, or how it's installed and how it works. And hopefully it works out good on this rig. So I know people are curious about things like this, see a lot of questions. Hopefully I can alleviate some of that frustration, and hopefully it's easy. So we'll be right back with you. Okay guys, we're getting this thing apart. So you'll have your cover will be on here to start with, and there's 2 screws in the bottom. You can see where there'll be one there. So you get that off. Then you're going to need to access the bottom of the steering column, which has this plate on it, which has 1 silver Torx here, and then these top 2 are just a standard Phillips screwdriver. So here's what those look like. And then you can get to the modules and stuff that you need to, and over here will be the one that you need to tap into. So far all we've needed is a screwdriver, a Torx. Let me get the size for you guys here. The Torx that you need here is a T20 and a light. So now we'll start plugging things in and see what happens. Okay, we got it plugged in. Here you have your module brain, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So you'll take that one plug out of this thing, and it's kind of a bear because it's got a, you got to push this little tab down and pull it out of here. So anyways, then this connector or harness just goes in between there and plugs in. So make sure they're seated in, and then now we'll just do the sequence of making it program. Okay, so what you got to do here, I have it plugged in because I just did the programming, so you'll plug it in there, but before you plug it all in, or you can do it after, you have to unplug all the plugs on this, right? So you unplug all these 4. So you got a red and white on the top, you have a black and a white on the bottom. So you'll take them all off so nothing is hooked to this. No key on or anything in the ignition. You'll hold down this program button, and then you'll plug in just this black cord. And these lights will cycle through a couple different colors, but once it goes to solid blue light, then you'll let go of the program button and the blue light will stay on. Then what you'll do is you'll plug in the big white one, then the red one, then the white one, and then you'll go to put your key in the ignition and you'll turn it on to run, not start, and then you turn it back off, and then you'll hit the lock button on the key 1 time, and then it'll be programmed. So that's all that takes. Then to remote start the vehicle, you'll just push the start button 3 times. I'll demonstrate it here in a bit once I get everything buttoned up. And it will unlock the doors, start it, and then relock the doors on its own, and then it'll be running. Then you can just unlock the doors, get in, put your key into the run mode. Do not turn all the way to start because it'll engage your starter and grind, which is bad. And then you know, you can take off and drive somewhere. Now if you're not going to go anywhere, you want to shut it off, you hit the lock button 3 more times and it'll shut it off. Otherwise, if you get in, put your key in, once you take it out of park to drive somewhere and put it back in park, then when you turn your key off, it'll just shut off, if that all makes sense. I'll do a little demonstration here in a bit. But that's it. So now I'm going to button this up. I'm going to tie this up in there. I'll send you a picture of how that looks, and then we'll go on to the demonstration. Okay, I'm starting to get it back together here. I should have showed before I put this cover back on, but I just ran the wires. They just go right here. You can see right there, and then I have the brain for the thing is zip tied down here to the wiring harness. There's a hole in the bottom here so you can easily get up in there with zip ties. But that's really it. You just zip tie it somewhere so it's not rubbing on anything and it's secure. Make it focus a little better here. Anyway, so you just reverse the process of taking it apart. So I've got to put the 3 screws in here. I'll put this panel on, the 2 screws in that, and it's done. Like, this literally takes no time. Okay, here we go. Push the lock button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You'll see here, it'll unlock the doors, lock the doors. Everything's turning on. There she fires up. So, after it's started, it does another beep, I don't know why. So you can unlock the doors, get in as per usual. Close the door. So you can put the key in, turn it to run. You'll notice I can take it back out, it won't shut off, okay? So you got to push the lock button to shut it off again. 1, 2, 3. And there it shuts off. So again, we'll start it. I'm just going to stay in it this time. 1, 2, 3. Too fast, I think. 1, 2, 3. There it goes. Okay, I did it too fast. Starting up. Keys in my hand. Working perfectly. So you'll put the key in. Well, I'll pretend like I wasn't in it. Unlock the doors, get in, blah, blah, blah. Put the key in, turn it to run. Everything's good to go. Foot on the brake. So I'll take it out of park, put it back in park. Now when you take the key out, it shuts off. So there you go. So if you drive anywhere, take it out of park, it'll shut off normally. Otherwise, you gotta hit the lock button 3 times to shut it back down. Hope this is helpful. I know I'm not an expert on this stuff as far as explaining it, but I watched another video to get to this point as well, and I'll link it in the description. But hope this helps you. Please subscribe. Okay, in closing here, a couple things I forgot to show was really what's all included in the package. So you'll get a baggie with some connectors and stuff. Here you have like a hood pin deal, a valet switch. Those are all optional to hook up. I didn't need or want them. You get a warning sticker to put on there, a business card, here's the box, and you obviously get instructions which come like this, printed off paper one. I printed off some bigger ones online. Here's like the programming sequence and stuff that I kind of talked about. And yeah, so there's what you'll get in the box, plus the module that's installed in the car, and 3 total zip ties. So anyways, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for stopping by.